I'm back.
Oh, aggressive.
So aggressive.
So aggressive.
Sorry.
That's okay. We need that aggression sometimes.
Yeah, I think we were missing that last
You're-
week.
You
You're-
definitely were.
you're
You sounded slightly sleepy.
I don't
Probably.
know. Maybe.
You're
We're
our
all-
You were
Draymond
like
Green.
talking sports a lot.
We were,
It was weird.
should we tell him? We have a basketball podcast.
Huh?
Are you okay with that?
No.
Okay.
No.
No. You talk sports on both,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was food related.
but it was
Baseball food. It was.
what's baseball food like? Chewing tobacco,
Wow, you can't consume.
Well, if
chewing
you
tobacco.
listen-
chewing gum.
If you listen to the episode, you would know.
Yeah, bro.
I did listen to the
Right.
episode. It's part of it.
Aha.
Because I got to the point where you didn't say Sammy Samosa, and I was done. Nah, I had to work. But yeah, I was trying to. I'll listen to the rest of it.
Oh, thanks, man. I also wanted to. That was like a nice, happy segue into Double Yay, the new baseball podcast that the Yay Network has. Myself and my good friend Jay Alamo, the Jays, talking baseball once a week in your podcast feed on Mondays.
The Double J on Double Yay.
Whoa.
There was a wrestler named Double J, aka Jeff Jarrett.
What?
He was famous for fighting women.
That's less cool.
That sounds like a.
he
You
put
know
out-
what?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that sounds like an '80s wrestler. Am I correct?
90s. He
Okay.
put out an open challenge for the Intercontinental title only to women. He got on TV and said, "If you wear a skirt and pee in a squatting position, then I'm whooping your ass tonight." It was
Wow.
problematic, yeah.
Very
But it was a
problematic.
different time.
Simpler time.
Violence against women is not okay.
Classic.
I think it wasn't a
And-
simpler time.
But he was recently inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
You know why?
So maybe it is okay.
Because he was a showman.
I'm just kidding.
He worked
just
hard,
kidding.
but-
nice
that's
guys.
terrible.
Nice guys finish last, man. You know, nice guys finish last.
What a piece of shit.
And I guess men who beat women get really good contracts
Hall
in the
of
music
Fame,
business.
son. Hall of Famers.
Hey, look at Chris Brown. He's
Killing
doing
it.
fine. He's
Killing
got a
it.
song with Lil Dicky.
Yep.
It's pretty
Is
great.
it Jadakiss that's currently like in trouble for beating his girlfriend or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Well,
Who cares?
Anyways,
Juvenile. That's who it was.
Juvenile.
man.
Juvenile. Sorry, Jadakiss.
Yeah.
No, you're a big fan. But Juvenile, he beat his wife and threatened to murder her dad. But then there was pictures of the two of them holding hands and watching Coachella concerts.
Love is crazy, isn't it?
Or crazy people are crazy.
Crazy people are
You know
crazy.
what? Yeah, I think he needs to back that ass up. just take a step back.
That's great.
That
That's
ass
great.
up.
Welcome back, y'all. This is episode 46 of NBA, the podcast where we talk NBA shit. But mostly we just talk shit. We just talk shit every single week. And we're going to keep it going this week. Now that Matt's back. Matt's back to talk all types of shit.
Oh, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, it was nice seeing
Well,
you.
I
See
did,
ya.
man. Thanks for
All right,
coming.
all
Thanks
right.
for coming. Great. Second round of the playoffs, guys. We had 2 Game 7s last week. Good call. We should introduce ourselves. Thank you, Nikki, for saying that, but no, without words.
Yeah.
It's your boy, Cold Stone Cream Austin. Give me a hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's your boy, Romaine Reigns. Ooh, ah.
Sorry about that for your ears, everybody.
Sorry, everybody. We're just
Also,
excited.
it's your boy, Poutine the Dream Elijah Wan,
That's great.
and
I like that.
a founding member of the Yay Network, who is reminding you if you, I forget the name, I forget the words to the song. God damn it. If you're feeling like a pimp, go and brush your shoulder off. So the shoulders off. I'm fucking this up. All right, let's start over. If you're feeling like a pimp, nigga, go and brush your shoulders off. It's Yay Z. And it's Sammy Samosa.
That's good. Thank you for cleaning that up at the end there.
I enjoyed it.
And Big Mac,
Wow.
a.k.a. Mark McGuire.
Yep, that one's almost too easy. I'm your host, Jay Keelas, a.k.a. Luka Doncic, a.k.a. Jimmy I Can't Believe It's Not Butler, a.k.a. Mai Tai Lawson.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
Thanks. Your turn, buddy.
Hey, I'm Nikki Keelas, a.k.a. Jason Teriyaki, a.k.a. Manu.
Last week.
Yeah, it was last week's one.
Oh, I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention.
That's all right. I'm gonna start off slow. and
I
then
don't
gonna come in
expect
with-
you. I don't expect you to repeat them.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Keyless.
He repeats them every week. I repeat them. You don't.
Okay, James Johnsonville Brats, Justice Winslow Cooker,
That's good. I like that.
That's good.
That was good.
and Tim Dunkin' Donuts, because that one's easy.
I came up with one from Jay's shirt. Mike Ryson.
Oh, nice. I like that. I like
Mike
that.
Tyson chicken.
Chicken.
Awesome, guys. So back to what I was saying. Celtics and Bucks and Cavs and Pacers went to a game 7. The Celtics basically destroyed the Bucks. And the
R.
Cavs game-
Jelly.
R. Kelly.
No, I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
R. Jelly.
His piss tastes like strawberry. All right, guys.
Ew. Gross. Piss tastes like strawberry.
R. Kelly peed on
You
women.
don't have to explain it. I know. I know.
Wait, what did he do?
All right. Breaking news, listeners. R. Kelly pees on women.
Oh my
Often.
god.
He used to. Now he just steals them and makes them his sex slaves.
Right.
There's a difference.
Sex slave.
Allegedly.
Sex slave.
So game 7s, quite entertaining. Did you guys get a chance to catch the Cavs Pacers games at all? I know it was down to the wire for sure, especially in that fourth quarter.
I saw the Cavs Pacer game. I didn't see the Celtics Bucks game.
Celtics Bucks game wasn't that entertaining. It was
No.
pretty like Scary Terry's been on a
Scary Terry's
tear.
crushing
Scary Terry's
it.
been on a tear.
And-
He's been killing it. Even in game 1 against the Sixers, like 3 guys dropped 20
Yeah.
plus points.
Marcus Smart's also doing very well.
He's been really good for them. The Cavs look shaky in Game 7, but of course that block. What did you guys see the block?
Oh, that was goaltending.
Do you think so?
It was for sure goaltending.
I don't know.
No, the referee association was like it was goaltending, but he didn't call it, so that
So it was just a
they're not.
continuation.
Yeah, they're not allowed to.
It was just such a
look back
LeBron
at
play.
it.
It was just such a LeBron play.
sure.
Oh no, that wasn't Game 7. That was Game 6 that
Oh
we
yeah,
were
that was
watching.
Game 6. We watched
Game
that one
6
together.
we were watching last week where block off the glass, then hits the game winner.
Yeah.
That was tight. And then the game against Game 7, they had it going towards the end, but the Pacers just they only had one guy. They had Oladipo.
Yeah.
But I actually wanted to talk about of all the teams. Huh?
Was Lance injured?
No, I mean Lance was
No,
And
but-
how dare you disrespect Born Ready like that?
good call. That's a good call. No disrespect.
Wow.
Lance is the GOAT. Everybody knows it.
Lance
Um,
to make him dance.
He's got great
Lance
facial
to
hair.
make him-
Lamb Stevenson.
You were so jealous of people with facial hair.
Yeah, I'm
he
envious.
He met our my friend Tarek, who's Middle Eastern, so he
Oh,
has
yeah.
a great beard and great hair. And Jay, first thing he said was, "You got great beard."
Yep.
And he was,
And that creepily too.
yeah, he was creepy.
He got a great beard.
I did whisper it right in his ear.
Yeah,
I just wanted to show
yeah.
that to him.
And then he gave his ear a little bite.
That's
It
true.
was
Yeah.
really weird.
And I touched his face with the back of my hand, just the back of my hand.
That is a lot more
Oh
sexual.
yeah, touching it like this is cool, but touching like this is so much more
yeah.
sexual.
Every time he got
Wow.
up, he made sure to brush his crotch
Yeah.
against his shoulder.
Like it was a tight room. There's a lot of people. Sorry, there's so many people in
Sorry.
here.
I'm so sorry.
There's a lot of people in here. Sorry,
But it was like
sorry.
7:00 on a
sorry.
Wednesday.
there was one
It
person.
was like no one in Coles.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
empty.
there was
Shit
one
was
person
empty.
sitting there reading a book. It
I'm
was
so sorry.
Kelly O'Bleep was just sitting there reading a book in the corner. And then just us at
Nah,
the
she
bar.
was ignoring us with her new boyfriend.
No,
Yeah.
stop. Anyways, all right. First round is over. So of the teams that are now out
Oh
of the
god.
playoffs,
So she was last night we were at Coles and she's waiting for James to get there. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. He texted me. He told me to say that you're breaking up.
that's terrible. That's so mean.
That's so nice of James Harden to just go from Houston all the way to Chicago to hang out. That's crazy.
Good dude. So of the teams that got eliminated in the first round, which of the teams do you think needs to blow it up and start from scratch the most? The Bucks, the Blazers, Pacers, Thunder, Spurs, T-Wolves, or the Heat?
I say the Thunder.
So some reports came out today, actually. So this is very timely. Billy Donovan's probably going to come back for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Presti's very confident. He says that Paul George is going to come back, and the rumors are that they're going to try to buy out Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
That seems to be to me to be the smartest plan of action. Is just pay Melo to go away, because literally the moment after the season was over, they had their press conference and Melo's like, "I don't come off the bench.
Yeah.
I'm Melo. I'm not coming off the bench." And also, I think me playing the 4 was good for this year's team, but that's not who I am. I'm not playing that next year. So if they're gonna survive next year, they have to get rid of him. I don't see a future where Paul George comes to that team next year. There's
Hell
just
no.
too many
No,
more
me
attractive
neither.
opportunities.
Yeah.
I know he won't, but I hope he goes to LA, but not the Lakers, to the Clippers. Just as like a fuck you to all the Lakers fans who wouldn't for an entire year and a half have been like, well, it doesn't matter because he's coming to the Lakers. What does it matter? He's coming to the It's just like, I would love it if he didn't.
The best move for him would be Philadelphia. Like, he basically replaces Robert Covington's minutes and gives them what Robert Covington does, which is a plus defender and a guy who can shoot the three-pointers, but is far superior than Robert Covington in both of those categories.
But Robert Covington's from Bellwood, my hometown.
And that means a lot to me. You know how much that means to me. You know how much I talk about it all the time.
It means anything.
I mention it almost every podcast.
You never mentioned it. I always mention it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forget. I've never mentioned it ever.
Never even thought about it.
You're a shithead.
But nonetheless, like, Paul George to the Philly just makes the most sense. What about the Blazers? There's been a lot of rumors about the Blazers, and I actually...
Oh, speaking of Paul George, I got his shoes, the purple ones, the Mamba mentality shoes. They're fucking dope.
Are they comfy?
Look them up. Look them up.
Are they comfy? That's more the main thing I care about when it comes to shoes.
Shut up, Nikki.
Comfortability.
Can you wear
Shut
them?
the fuck up.
Can you wear
you
them
sound
with jeans?
corny as fuck.
What's their arch
There's-
support like?
You guys are make me sick.
Well, because my lower
Fashion over function.
I have lower back problems, so I need some good like functionality
You
in
guys
my
are
shoes.
sick.
Also-
Can you wear them
Actually,
at
it's
height?
funny. I was at a iOS meetup, and someone complimented my shoes. Like this Android developer there, and he's like, "Oh, this dude had dope shoes too." And the dude's just like, this like super nerd. He's just like, "I wear them because they're comfortable." I literally cracked up laughing, even though he wasn't trying to be funny. I hate nerds. They're so
Some of the like one of the hottest shoes in the game right now are comfy as fuck. The Adidas NMDs.
Stop trying to. God, that's not what you worry about. You worry about looking fly.
And your arch support.
Y'all are boring. That's why. That's
Arch
why you
support.
guys. I don't know. You look like you.
Take care of your feet.
You look like you were dressed in the dark every day. Well, not Jay. Nikki a little bit.
Thank you for
I like to think that I
dress-
take risks.
you take risks.
I don't think you take risks.
No.
You take things that in your head are risks, but like to me, it'd be like whatever.
The other day I wore a kimono underneath a bomber jacket.
What?
Okay,
That's
I
weird.
stand corrected.
And we're
That's
moving
weird.
on.
That's weird. Anyways,
I got a lot of
Were
compliments.
you cosplaying?
And a couple of free drinks. A couple people asked me that too.
anyways, so for those of the listeners who
That's
caught,
not. Also, that that risky does not mean good. I just want to say that, and we can leave it at that.
let it go. Let it go. Anyways, for the listeners who
That
caught
was
my
so smart of me to like get that in when you were fed up with this conversation,
Yeah.
so you can't respond. Y'all need me for this podcast.
it was
You
calculated.
really need me.
It was he's an evil genius.
But also,
I
I got a lot of compliments.
So I had an interview with
Were
Sean
they
Highkin.
like, you have such an interesting style? If someone in the Midwest says that to you, that means they don't like it.
That's like a very.
I
polite
never
way
got
of saying
that,
it
but at
sucks.
one point, at one point, someone saw me and they were like, "Huh, I never would have thought to do something like that."
That's not a
I
compliment.
know it wasn't. It was really funny how they reacted,
Shit,
though.
That's funny. So for the fourth time, I'll say I interviewed Sean Highkin. He was on a podcast this week. So make sure you listen to the midweek minisode where I interviewed him talking about the Blazers. And rumors came out that they're thinking about trading CJ McCollum. They think that they have a little bit of a glut on their team and that they need to shake things up a little bit.
I would love for him to bring his barbecues to Chicago and his Nike flip flops.
He definitely wears dress socks. He definitely, with his slides,
dress
definitely dress socks.
Those are the official Black Dad
That's it.
shoes.
Dress socks, slides, tank top, shorts,
Oh, man.
do-rag, the whole shebang.
Towel.
Oh yeah! Why always the
Just
towel
sweat towel.
right over
Sweat
one
towel.
shoulder?
Sweat towel to dab your head a little bit, right back on the
Oh,
shoulder.
man.
right
I've
back
been
on the
considering a sweat towel. I can't handle 80-degree weather.
It's
It
tough, dude.
jumped. It came came up fast. Life
Yeah.
comes at you fast.
And I don't have AC in my apartment, so the last 2 days have been rough.
Oof, that sounds
No.
terrible.
Why don't you
I
have
live-
AC? You have window units.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
You gotta put them bitches in.
Yeah, they're
Although
in the
you never
basement.
know with Chicago.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing is like I was gonna put them back in, but it's like it could very easily go back down to 50, and then I got a fucking air conditioner.
on
in my
Monday
room.
it's supposed to be
Yeah.
58
That's
degrees.
what I'm saying. Like it's just like I'm just gonna deal with it. We're gonna be in California the next couple
Why
days,
do
anyways.
we live in this horrible city?
There's a lot.
I don't know.
It's a
I live
lot.
in my parents' basement, so
That's
it's
true.
nice
You're
and cool
nice
down
and
there.
cool down there. Let's see.
That's one of the saddest things.
All right.
But I said it like it was a big deal.
Yeah, you said it like it was good.
Any other teams that you see on the list that you think should shake things up or blow things up? What about the Bucks?
I think I was about to say the Bucks. I think the Pacers are fine, and the Spurs and T-Wolves.
I don't
are
feel like
alright.
the Heat have anything to blow
And the
up.
problem is, so I interviewed Wes Goldenberg of the Locked On Heat podcast today. I'll be launching that on Monday. And he and I were basically talking about it's like some of these teams that so like the Blazers and the Heat are very similar in that like their salary situations are fucked. They have no flexibility, and the guys with big contracts that ideally they would get. Well, I should say the guys that they would ideally get rid of have these massive contracts that nobody wants. Like nobody wants, nobody wants Evan Turner.
No.
Nobody wants Tom Whiteside. So it's like it's hard to move off those contracts. You kind of just have to live with it and just make the playoffs again next year and just be exciting and just hope that something goes your way. Like hope that you can get out of the
Sell
second
them
or third round.
tickets.
Exactly. Make that playoff revenue. But like you look at teams like the Spurs, the T-Wolves I don't think will shake things up at all. I don't think they need to. The Pacers, honestly, I think the Pacers are only like a piece away from really being something solid.
Yeah, they have a good core.
They've got a nice core. They've got a deep bench. They spread the ball really well. I can honestly see them maybe trading like a Miles Turner for somebody. Getting a
I was
little bit.
gonna say he's one of the best pieces. Though.
Yeah, he definitely is one of the best pieces. But like if you're gonna rock with Oladipo, you could argue that Sabonis could probably take some of his minutes if you can find a wing player, which they desperately need.
Demontis Sabonis wings.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
I said Arvydas Sabonis 2 weeks ago.
He did.
That's
He
true.
did.
That's true. But
not
it's
new.
it's a different first
doof?
name now. It's a do first name.
And then like the Bucks situation we've talked about ad nauseum. Like it's a weird situation. And they don't really have like contract problems. It's just like you've got the Jabari thing, and you've got Giannis and Eric Bledsoe is still okay. Guys. God damn it! Oh, that was really good.
I just saw Avengers.
Yeah, he's in Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, I
He
love
didn't
it.
have enough lines. I wanted him to have more.
Yeah. Well, they had real quick. There's like 97 characters. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's so
it
many
seemed
people
like
in that
a lot.
movie.
It
I remember-
seemed
It's
like a lot.
crazy.
and the funny thing is, they even point out like there are some characters that aren't in the movie.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, who wasn't in it?
Hawkeye, Ant-Man, the Wasp, Captain
Deadpool,
Marvel.
Deadpool.
Deadpool's not signed into the Marvel universe.
Come on, man.
Oh, is he DC?
He's
No, he's a
Marvel,
Marvel character, but he's
they're owned by Fox Searchlight, and they just got bought out by Disney. This is the Disney podcast, by the way. Yeah,
This is how we get in.
this is how we get it. We talk Marvel.
Just talk about all the Marvel movies.
This is a big tangent, but you know what I would love to happen?
What?
Since they're both owned by Disney, Marvel and Jalen and Jacoby crossover. No, I'm just kidding. A Marvel and Star Wars crossover.
Yeah.
I love it.
That'd be so sick.
I love it. So next topic, couple of teams that had a really good first round got absolutely destroyed in the second round. Pelicans, Jazz, and Sixers all three really lost by like 20 each.
Are we surprised, though?
Yeah, so when you look at the matchups, the only one that's really surprising
The
is
Sixers.
Boston beating on the Sixers without Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah. Would you ever thought no Jaylen Brown, no Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie Irving, still won by I think it was like 17 or 18 points.
Yeah, they won by like 17, 18. I mean, like it was, and
It
they,
was-
3 guys in 20 points or more.
Jason Tatum wore my Paul George shoes.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's true. He does wear those. He
Yeah.
does wear those. But yeah, they're just like Boston's just super impressive. And I don't think that the Sixers lose that series. I think they are still the more
I think they'll
talented
come
team.
back. Yeah.
A lot of teams lost game 1 in their series and then ended up winning the series. So I'm not really concerned about Philly, but nobody really thought that the Jazz were going to be able to beat Houston. And frankly, like the Pelicans put up a nice little run
game
in
two.
in game 2. The first 3 quarters they looked pretty solid, and then Golden State just took it away. Steph came back last night, and
I got to watch the game, and the craziest thing was there was a foul called, and then in the middle of shooting free throws, everyone started going crazy in the stadium, and they were like, "What's up? Oh, that's why they're all so happy. Steph Curry's about to check in."
yeah, it was funny that he came off the bench. I was kind of shocked.
Steve Kerr said he just wanted to
Yeah,
ease
get him some
in,
minutes. Get him
just
some
in
minutes.
case, and
He
then
looked-
literally The first play, he goes off of 2 screens and hits like a 35-footer and just walks away. And I was like, oh, God damn it.
He's just superhuman. And it's just like when you see him back in the offense, like he doesn't turn the ball over nearly as much as everybody else who handles the ball. So like the offense is just more secure. When
last night they were plus 27 when he was in the game and a minus 21 when he was out of the game.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That's part of the reason why he's one of the top 3 players in the NBA. He's just that good. So yeah, I guess in terms of expectations of round 2, do we have expectations of like who's ultimately gonna like go on? So Rockets, I think probably is a yes.
Warriors,
right?
And I'm just gonna say this: the Raptors better fucking win.
It's not gonna happen.
They were kicking ass right until the 4th quarter. I know, and it's so fucking sad because the Cavs, for the most part, played like shit.
What's crazy is like the second best player on the Cavs right now is Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver is the most reliable player.
I'm
they
okay
have
with that.
right
I
now.
love hot sauce.
But you know what?
I love him too.
Shout out to Ty Lue though. Like credit to him for saying. And granted, this probably was a LeBron call, but like LeBron was like, "Yo, I don't want to play with these guys who just got here because like they haven't been here, and I honestly don't trust them. Like I know Tristan's in the doghouse, but I need my guys. Like I need my guys that I've gone to war with before. Like let's go with JR, let's go with Korver, let's go with Tristan, and let's just get after it. Let's just go after it, play with the guys that I trust, and like let me do my thing." And LeBron has been like, it's between him and Anthony Davis for like MVP of the playoffs thus far, but man, LeBron's been on another level.
It's been ridiculous,
just insane. Like that game-winning shot was. I mean, we just finished recording the podcast. Thank God, because we had to yell all over the fucking place. Yeah. We just finished recording. He hits the jumper, and we just fucking run all over the apartment and shit. Like, it was a great shot.
We were not as cool as that one kid.
Nah, that
shot
kid
it out
played
the
it too
game.
cool. That kid played it way too cool.
I wish I was that cool.
Next story. So a story came out today on Bleacher
Little
Report.
white kids are getting too cool.
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
It's black culture, man. Black culture's everywhere. So a story came out on Bleacher Report today, or yesterday, I should say, that reports Don Nelson is growing his own marijuana called Nelly Kush in Hawaii, folks. He moved to Hawaii after he retired. He's been chilling there for a while. He likes to play poker with people like Willie Nelson and Owen Wilson and Woody Harrelson while living in Hawaii.
He must live in that commune.
Yeah, he lives in that commune with all the other rich people. He's been living there for a couple years now, and I would not have guessed that Don Nelson is a pothead, but he grows a couple different strands. One's called Nelly Kush. It's basically like an OG Kush, Hindu Kush hybrid, I guess.
When you smoke Nelly Kush, you got to take off all your clothes.
Because it get really hot.
Yeah, it gets hot.
It get really hot. What do we think about that, guys? I mean, are you shocked to see that an old white man moved to Hawaii and started growing weed?
No, because he's doing it with other old white men. You just named a list of old white men he hangs out with.
So I want to put a challenge out to us. This is going to be difficult because I know I just put us on the spot, and I apologize.
But this is also what we do.
So I want to do puns, weed-based puns with NBA player names.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is
Reefer Alston.
All right, good.
All right, there you
Good,
go.
good.
Jay already had that one in the bag.
I didn't. I just thought of it right now.
JR Spliff.
Nice. There we go. Okay.
Shit, I'm gonna be bad at this because I can't think of any weed stuff.
OG Kushinobi.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Kyle Kushma.
Nice. Good. Let's see.
LeBron Strains.
Derrick Rose Bud.
Okay.
No,
that's
more.
more. That's more.
That was bad. That was bad. That's more like a flower.
That's also more of a Orson Welles reference.
That's true. Bud Simmons.
Bud Simmons, I like.
Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nugs.
Oh shit! God damn it.
And weed's legal there.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. Let's see. Come on.
Seattle Superchronics.
I was just about to say that. Oh my god! As soon as he said Seattle, I was like,
"That's
Superchronics."
It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Again, sorry for the.
It's over.
Oh god!
Wow.
We spiked the fuck out of
That
Mike.
was great. That was great. That was fun. I'm glad I put us on the spot for that.
And scene. That was great.
Okay, so we've clearly been talking about the Avengers like crazy. So I wanted to have a
Jay
conversation.
hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I know most of the Avengers. If you had to pick an NBA player as an Avenger, who would be each Avenger?
Well, I think LeBron would be Thor
Interesting.
or Captain America.
Yeah, because they're both on steroids. That's all Captain America is.
I can actually see LeBron as Captain America because he's not like he's huge, but he's not like huge. He's not like a god. Well, he is a god actually. He is
kind
Thor.
of a god.
Yeah,
He's definitely
Thor.
Thor. He's definitely Thor.
Yeah.
Steven Adams is Hulk.
Interesting.
Because he is unstoppable.
Who's the fattest player in the NBA? Who's like the biggest dude in the NBA? Like just monster.
Well, like
I don't know.
When I think like monster, I think Nikola Pekovic.
Ooh, Nikola Pekovic was
He
big as
could be the
fuck.
Hulk or something.
Scary as fuck.
Yeah. So then you know what? I'll do this as a Thor Ragnarok reference. Steven Adams can be Korg, who is a rock monster from outer space, who's
Why?
indestructible.
You gotta
and
do that?
He's voiced by Taika Waititi, who is also from New Zealand.
Stick to the ones that everybody knows, you jerk off.
Well, if you saw a movie that came out 3 months ago, you
what
would know.
NBA player is Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, Donovan Mitchell, because he's just a kid.
That feels pretty obvious, and that's also his nickname.
Oh yeah, he is Spider Mitchell.
Yeah, Spider-Man Mitchell.
Or Durant, the Durantula.
The Tarantula.
No.
I was also thinking like I was thinking
He's
like
a spider.
I was thinking like Russ.
No,
Russ.
you want to know who Russell
I think
Westbrook
Russ.
is? I already know. When you sent this, I was like, Russell isn't an Avenger. You want to know what he is? He is Ben Stiller's character from Mystery Men. The guy whose only superpower is he gets mad. I think it's literally his character's
I think
like
it's
name's
Mis-
Furious or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
That's it.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Or I think Russ could be the I don't know his name, but the guy Chris Pratt played.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? That
he
checks
was
out.
They're both like very sassy. I
That
feel
checks
like.
out.
The Golden State Warriors are Thanos.
Oh yeah,
Because they have all
Absolutely.
of the Infinity
and all
Stones.
Yeah.
That's great.
They are
Thanos.
they are the Infinity
It's
Stones.
that is
Fucking
so
ridiculous.
accurate.
That's so funny. Who's the Black Panther?
Golden State. I guess Victor Oladipo.
He kind of has to be, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
he put the mask
Yeah.
on during the dunk contest and shit.
Literally, the Black Panther gave him the mask.
Yeah.
I know this man is retired, but I think Drax is probably Tim Duncan. Like that just strikes
Oh,
me as
yeah.
a Tim Duncan
I
type.
can feel that. You know, I met the guy who plays Drax at Whole Foods.
Batista?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So I'll tell a story. So I was at Whole Foods. My mom and my cousin. Me and my cousin both had to pee. So I peed first, and he was using a urinal. And I was washing my hands, and I see in the mirror a gigantic man peeing. And I was like, that guy's big. He kind of looks like Batista, actually. So I walk out, and this is when he was still in WWE. And I walk out, and a guy works in the deli runs up to me. He's like, "Was that Batista?" And I was like, I think it may have been. And so we're like following him around the store, but like not talking to him, like at a distance, and like trying to figure out if it's him. And then we confirmed it's him. And then we told my mom, and she like walks up to him and is like, "Are you Batista?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "They want to meet you," to me and my cousin. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he like shakes our hand, and he's super nice.
He seems like a really
He
nice
seems
guy
like
in
a
all
nice
his
guy.
interviews.
And all he was buying was one apple.
Sounds about
So
right.
Such a small meal for such a large man.
Yeah. He was so funny in Avengers, though.
I got a good
I
one.
haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I need to
It's really
They're-
good.
both of them are good.
Yeah, the second one's okay, but the first
the second
one's
one's
really
not as good, but it's still fun. But speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, Thon Maker is Groot, the grown-up version of Groot, and Isaiah Thomas is Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. I love that.
Short mouthy man.
That's so good. That's so good.
I wish he'd seen the movie. I don't want to spoil.
Ooh,
Yeah, you don't wanna spoil shit.
who's Doctor Strange?
Doctor
Ooh.
Strange.
That's,
That's
a
a
hard
good
one.
one.
That's a hard one. Who's like a brainiac basketball
Who's
player?
Iron Man?
Oh yeah, Iron Man. Fuck. Dwayne Wade?
Oh,
Maybe.
I
That
yeah.
doesn't sound
Rich boy,
terrible.
playboy. You know what I mean? Kind of
Or,
sarcastic.
You
yeah.
said Rich Boy, and I was like, throw some D's
Rich
on
boy
that.
selling crack.
That's all I thought of the way you said that.
I like that.
I
Shit
do like
tight,
that.
no slack. Yeah, I can see D Wade.
Just feels.
Kyle Korver is Hawkeye because he just shoots from afar and doesn't really do anything else. He just kind of hangs out.
Yeah.
That's good.
Jabari Parker is M'Baku.
Mbaku,
Of
yeah.
course, naturally.
Are you done?
Who else am I missing?
Who's Giannis?
A lot. Oh, Giannis might also be Groot.
He might be Groot. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he can barely speak English.
But, fuck. What was the other one I was thinking of? I don't know.
Are we missing
Oh,
anyone?
who's Ant-Man? We're missing a couple
Isaiah
people.
Thomas.
Yeah,
He's also in it.
Isaiah Thomas kind of feels like.
Because then you're also got War Machine and Falcon, Black Widow, Gamora, Wasp. There's so many fucking people.
It's so many
It's a
people in
lot.
that movie.
It's a lot. Also, I would say that we could probably have Draymond as Hulk.
Oh,
as
we didn't
well.
say who was Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, Doctor Strange. Who's Doctor Strange?
I was just
I feel like it's a head coach.
I could see
maybe
that.
Pop.
Yeah, like a Pop. Yeah, exactly. Somebody like that. Somebody who's like, or like a Brad Stevens.
No,
Somebody who's like ahead of everybody. Like
Popovich-
steps ahead of everybody.
Popovich is Nick Fury. That's what Popovich
Ooh,
is. He's the leader of
interesting.
everything. He runs
Interesting.
everything. Runs this shit.
Interesting.
Let's see what else is there.
I don't think that's anybody else.
Oh, Loki.
Oh, ooh,
That's
Loki.
Kevin Durant, the god of mischief.
Right,
Oh
just
no,
like a
wait,
little-
that's Draymond, the god of mischief.
Oh yeah.
Or Rajon Rondo, always like
Oh,
poking
yeah,
at
definitely
people,
Rondo.
fucking with people
Or
all the
Lance.
I
time.
like that.
Or Lance.
Lance would be a
Stephenson.
great Loki.
It's just
Lance is
who's-
just-
who does not stop fucking with
all
people.
the biggest jackasses.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably a pretty good segue, huh?
Yeah.
So the last thing we want to talk about today is last night Draymond and Rondo got into a bit of a scuffle. They were kind of going at each other all game.
Draymond got in a scuffle with everybody. Did you see what he
Draymond-
did with AD?
Yes,
That got
like they just got
AD the
tangled
fucking
and fell,
foul.
entangled and fell.
If
He also grabbed his
actually,
leg.
if you wanted to create the biggest troublemaker in the history of the NBA, you would have Rondo and Draymond do a fusion dance, and they would become Draymondo.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Oh man, that's so good. Well, during halftime, the TNT crew was talking about the game.
One
and-
time, my friend Chris, he said that Rondo looks like a tall bug. He does look like a character from like A Bug's Life, though.
He does, because his
Yeah.
head is bigger than the rest of his body.
Yeah.
He's got weird proportions. Like his hands are huge.
Oh my god! So like I was hanging out with my friend Julie, and we were like talking about the movie A Bug's Life. Can you believe that A Bug's Life and Ants came out within a month of each other?
Yeah.
How did
that's
that
so
happen?
Yeah.
And like both of them had like sexual predators. Like Woody Allen
Is an ants.
was in Ants.
He's the main character.
And Kevin Spacey was in A
That's
Bug's
true.
Life.
I forgot he was the fucking grasshopper, right?
Yeah. Is that what it was? A grasshopper? I couldn't
Yeah, it was a
remember what the hell
grasshopper.
it was.
It was a grasshopper.
Boy, they made bad choices.
Yeah.
Because also those movies came out in the early 2000s, right?
Late 90s.
Late 90s,
1998.
Okay, 'cause
November and October.
both in the Hollywood scene, both of those people were already known for doing bad things by like the mid 90s, early
Yeah.
90s actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Like
Take it from Hollywood Nicky.
He knows.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, it's fucked up.
So
That
during
they would make two bug movies within a month of each other. I was comparing it to how Isaac Newton and I can't remember the other guy, but two guys invented calculus at the same time, independent of each other.
Whoa.
That's why there's two notations for calculus. I'm a math major.
nice.
that's impressive.
I'm smart.
That's
Is it-
impressive.
You guys are not.
Also, Tesla and Edison both did like electricity around the same time, didn't they? Or am
I
I
don't
just
know.
crazy?
Yeah, no, that's true. They were both. Everybody's at a race. Like there was a race to space. Like there's always races. Like Russia was trying to get to space, so the U.S. was like, "We're just gonna go
racist.
out there." Did I say racist?
No, you said racist.
No, you said race. You said race to space.
I
but
think
it's-
they both
called
mean
the space
they feel like
Race
they
to
both
space.
feel like they both mean the same thing.
Race to space. That would be a good movie. Race to
Race to
space.
space.
They need to do that, actually. They should make a movie about the space race.
Isn't that Hidden Figures?
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that. No. I didn't
Was
see
it?
it.
I've only
I
caught
should see
pieces
it.
of
I'd enjoy it.
I've only caught pieces of
I
it.
haven't seen it either, so I don't know if that's true. I just know it's about black women being treated poorly.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that every movie?
Yeah. Anytime
Black
there's-
Girl Magic. Hashtag Black Girl Magic.
So last night, R. Kelly was very R. Kelly. God damn it!
What?
Wow.
Sorry.
All right.
So
It's a remix to Ignition. No, we
You
can't.
can't sing a song and then say just kidding. But you sang it.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I apologize.
Draymond and Rondo got into it, and during the halftime, and I think I have the video here.
Draymond.
How did he actually say R. Kelly?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Where did you get our
My
Kelly?
brain just went elsewhere. My brain was gone for a second.
Yeah, would you say that your brain believed it could fly?
Yes. Yes. So I think I have the video here of Chuck's comments at halftime. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and play this. We'll see how this goes.
On Rondo and Draymond Green.
That's what you want to call it?
What do you want to call it, Chuckster?
I just want somebody to punch him in the face.
Which one? American Express halftime report.
I really do. I just want somebody to punch him in the face.
Why you don't like Draymond? Yo, Jay in
I want
Atlanta.
to punch him in the face.
Why you like Draymond?
I'm just telling you, I want to punch his ass in the face. I do.
Gotta love Chuck. The boy does not hold anything back. The boy
No,
does not hold
Chuck
anything
is
back.
a huge Uncle Tom. I don't like him.
Whoa.
I also do love how when he was like, someone needs to punch him in the face, and they both were like, which one?
Yeah, that was
'Cause they were
great.
like, we both, it's Draymondo. I'm going to forever use that. That's such a
Rondo's
good one.
always been an agitator, and Draymond's an agitator. And when you put those types of dudes together, now the question
I'm
is,
on Team Draymond. Fuck
went-
Chuck.
okay, in that battle, but what about Draymond versus Rondo?
I like Rondo.
I like Rondo
Me
more in
too.
that one.
Who do you think actually wins in a fight?
Draymond.
Draymond, he's like, there's not even, they're not in the
Guys,
same weight class.
Rondo has huge hands. Okay, let's not discount his
He also has a
ginormous
big
hands.
head, so
So
there's a
he
lot of
can-
spot to hit.
Yeah, and also he has big hands that'll help him pick his teeth up off the ground when he gets beat up by a 6'8" man.
Yeah.
So one story that wasn't on the agenda, but I shared it via text with you guys, so I just wanted to bring it up. Patrick Beverley's mom won The Price is Right the
Yeah.
other day. Like, how crazy is that? He just he
amazing.
tweeted about it. His mom won The Price is Right.
Can I play the video, actually?
Please, absolutely. It's so crazy. I haven't seen that show in so long.
The price is wrong, Draymond. That's what Chuck would say after he punched him in the face.
I love it.
Ha-ha.
I love it.
Yeah. Billy Madison. Nope, that's Happy Gilmore reference.
Happy Gilmore, buddy.
Wrong one.
Sorry, I have to talk, you idiots.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you
Oh,
were
I
ready.
thought you were
already.
ready.
You looked at us for a second.
This is just a GIF, and some guy fell on the ground.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
the
pretty
guy,
funny.
the guy falls face
Which
first.
is like, dude, come on, man. Come
because
on.
it was at like
He,
95.
I mean, he sold that. He
yeah,
fell.
it went.
He fell
It
hard.
went pretty well.
That is a big win.
That's
impressive.
He
that was very
immediately
good.
tweeted. He immediately tweeted, and it's like, "Yo, mom, let me holler at one of them cars."
Yeah, because she won two cars.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
I think it was like $41,000 worth of prizes. or
she
something
won a
like that.
decent amount.
She won.
Yeah,
she won the whole
she won the
enchilada.
entire
Is
show.
that a lot?
That was just part of it. That's just in prizes, not the prize money.
Yeah, not the
So
money,
it's
just like the
whole-
gift stuff.
How much money then?
I didn't check. I have no
okay,
idea.
then
I'm
I
sure she
don't
won a
know.
couple $100,000.
I think it was 100,000 exactly.
Something
Actually,
like that. Something
Oh,
like that.
that's gonna make a difference.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's literally what Pat gets paid in like a week.
Yeah.
That's literally his weekly paycheck,
Yeah.
basically.
yeah, that's what he finds in his couch.
right. Every month he gets that. He's like,
oh man, where'd I leave this check for $1 million?
He was like, "Oh, that's cute, mom. Good job." Cool, man. Well, anything else we want to talk about before we wrap up today?
No.
No, I think we're good.
No, cool, guys. Well, keep watching the playoffs. Per usual, don't forget to rate and review the podcast 5 stars, please, if you feel so inclined to do so. We're starting to get more ratings, so thank you for the people that have given us rating. Just want to make sure that we get our podcast out there for other people. Keep listening to the minisodes. We're interviewing more and more NBA writers and podcasters about their respective teams. We've got a podcast coming out next week about the OKC Thunder, working on something for the Spurs. I got a couple other people in the pipeline as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy those. If you want us to talk about your team, we're looking for recommendations. So if you want to listen to somebody talk about your team, you can email us at the yaynetwork@gmail.com. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at NBA Pod and on Instagram at NBA Pod, as well as on Facebook. Matt, why don't you tell the people where they can find you?
You can find me at Fat Reed on Twitter, at Fat Reed on Instagram, FATTR33D, not E's on. Yeah, use E's on Twitter. Use 3's on Instagram. Fucking killed her.
Coming for you, bro. Coming for you, bro.
I hate you. I hope you find a hair in your soup.
Ooh, eat that. Oh yeah, and follow me, J_Quiles, on all social media platforms.
Don't follow him.
Please do.
No, don't follow him.
It's up to you.
No, I mean, if it's up to you, they won't follow you. If it's up to them, they probably won't because they're smart. They're smart people. They know not to follow someone like you.
That's good. I'm a bad follow.
You is smart. You is kind. You is important.
Nikki, where can the people find you? What do you have?
I'm on the Instagram and on Twitter at NikkiPalooza. And then you can also find me playing video games on Twitch, Yay Network, or you can find Matt playing video games on YouTube, the Yay Network.
Catch me playing Sonic Mania.
Yeah, yay. Also, if you're in the Chicagoland area, May 6th,
Chicago. Sorry.
Sunday, May 6th, I'm going to be performing at I.O. At 8 p.m., the student shows, because I'm a graduate, folks. Sunday,
wow.
May 13th and the 20th, I'll be at Second City for a show called Sin Night. It's about the service industry. It's at 8 p.m. And then on the 27th. I'll be at Comedy Sports at 7 p.m. for the house shows, and then IO at 8 p.m. for my school shows again. I'm going to be busy as fuck for the next couple of Sundays.
Good for you, buddy. Good for you, buddy.
Should be fun.
All right. Well, for Matt, for Nikki, for Jay, this has been NBA. Thanks for listening. We're out.